Hello everyone, this is Omira and today we'll be talking about adverbs. So before we start our adverb, may I know how did you wake up this morning? Did you wake up happily, sadly, or you wake up worried? So from this three sentence, we will go back to this three sentence after the class and I'll ask you what is adverb. So before we start talking about adverbs, let's go back a little bit to parts of speech. What is a parts of speech? As we know, parts of speech are every part of the sentence or every different parts of speech. We know noun, we know pronoun, we know verbs, we know adverbs, adjectives. So today we will talk about adverb. But what is noun? Noun is a name. I think this is pretty simple and we all know what noun is. So any name is a noun. My name is Humaira. Humaira is a noun. If your name is Tom, Brad B, that's a noun. If you live in Bloomfield, Bloomfield is a noun. It's a name of a place. So any name, a place, a person, a school, whatever, if it's a name, if that's a noun. And what is an adjective? Adjective is a word that explains how the noun is. So if the noun is good, bad, and the situation of the noun is also adjective. So if I say my name is Humaira, Humaira is a noun, and I'm short. Short is an adjective because it's talking about me. So adjective always modifies noun or explains how the noun is. Here we'll talk about adverb. Adverb modifies verb. So what is verb? Verb is an action. I'm talking. How am I talking? I'm talking nicely or poorly or like anxiously. This is adverb. Anxiously is adverb. Why? Because it's talking about how am I talking. Talking is a verb and I'm talking anxiously is an adverb because the word anxiously is talking about how am I talking. Talking is verb. So the most important thing we need to remember is an adverb is a word that modifies a verb and sometimes an adjective. Also, adverb sometimes modifies another adverb. I'm going to explain everything one by one. So let's say Tom is my friend and Tom worked inside his house because everyone is doing work from home because of the coronavirus situation. So Tom is stuck at home like me and working from home. So inside is showing the place. Where is Tom working right now? Tom is working inside his house. And then my next example is Tom worked yesterday, maybe from home, but yesterday is talking about when. And my last example is Tom worked quickly because he's working from home and he might have an intention if I finish my work earlier, I could watch a movie. So adverb basically modifies verb in three different ways. The first one is it tells you where, it tells you when, and it tells you how. And once again, I would explain Tom worked inside. If I ask, where is Tom working? Tom is working from home, inside her home. When was Tom working? Tom was working yesterday too. Also, I might ask how Tom was working. Tom could work proficiently, Tom could work quickly, Tom could work efficiently, Tom could work as an like expertly or very poorly. So these three are the key words for an adverb. So an adverb tells you how the verb happened, how that action happened. It also tells you when the action happened and how the action happened. Okay, so here these pink colored letters are the adverbs. Now I can tell you sometimes you would see two adverbs in one sentence. Don't freak out because it can happen. So how can it happen? Tom writes nicely. I know Tom is a noun, writes is a verb, and the word nicely is modifying. How does he write? He writes nicely. But if I say Tom writes very nicely, too nicely, extremely nicely, so that's also an adverb. So we sometimes can see two adverbs sitting together side by side like friends. So here nicely is an adverb, also very nicely is an adverb as well. Now let's go back to adjective. Do you guys remember what I said about adjectives? Adjectives is the word that says how is the noun. So Tom once again is the noun, my friend, and is strong. Strong is adjective because that says how is Tom. Is he tall, short, strong, weak, poor, rich, whatever. But this word so strong, so is emphasizing how strong is he. He's not just strong, he is so strong. Maybe he goes to kickboxing, he goes to gym every day, he does exercises and it's very healthy. So he is strong, he can pull up like how many, maybe 200 pounds together. So Tom is so strong. So here is the word modifying the word strong. So Tom is so strong. So is an adverb and it's saying the degree about like how much. Is it good, too good, extremely good, or just good? So once again, adverb can modify verbs, adverb can modify an adverb as well. Lastly, we'll talk about frequently adjectives. Frequently adverbs. Adverbs also tells us about the frequency, like degree and frequency. Frequency means how much, how many times, how often. For example, Tom works every day. I work twice a week. So if you think about the frequency line starting from 0% to 100%, I work every day, which means 100%. I work every day, maybe 7 days a week. If I say I work 100% from home, so it's 100%. If I say I work 50% or 60% from home, that could be 3 days from home and 2 days from office. So sometimes adverbs says about the frequently of a verb, the frequency of verbs. So like sometimes I drink coffee, most of the time I like to drink tea. So this is showing how frequently I drink tea or how frequently I drink coffee. Once again, just to wrap up, adverb is a word that modifies. Modify means changes or explains or redefines verbs. Sometimes an adverb modifies another adverb, and sometimes adverb modifies adjectives. And an adverb answers your question about where, when, how. Also, adverb modifies the verb sitting by side two adverbs together very nicely, too quietly, extremely beautifully. Adjectives. Sometimes adverb modifies adjectives, saying how much, the degree, the importance, also the frequency things. I usually go to school every day. So every day, and usually. I rarely go to bars because I don't like to drink. So these words says about the frequency of a verb, sometimes an adjective. Okay, so that's all for today. I'll send you a link that's called kahoot.it, where you can go there, and I will give you a PIN number. You can use the PIN number, and there is a game where you can practice your adverbs, and you know how many corrects you have and how many mistakes you have. At the same time, when it gives you the result, it shows what is the correct answer. If you have any question why that one is correct and why not yours, feel free to get back to me. I'll see you in the next class. I'm signing off here. Bye-bye. Have a wonderful day, guys.